Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of November 9th. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Nicole Erdix.
Hi there.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we've made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give in to our obsessing. And today, we're obsessing about pandemic Thanksgiving, like we did about pandemic Halloween and Easter and birthdays and graduations. Actually, speaking of pandemic Halloween, before we get into Thanksgiving, let's have I think we promised our listeners a little roundup of how Halloween actually went in our neighborhoods after we had obsessed about it for a couple of weeks. In my neighborhood, absolutely nothing happened. We got not even a single trick-or-treater at our door. So, but my son did bring candy home from his volunteering time at the food pantry and his walk with his special needs social group. So we did have some treats in the house, but nobody came to take them from us. Catherine, I think you had a different experience.
Yes, I didn't hand out, but I gave away 670 pieces of candy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
But I just put out a bowl at the end of the sidewalk so that I wouldn't have the traffic jam at my door that I normally have. And yeah, then I watched it from inside the house to try, first of all, to try to, make sure nobody was taking the whole bowl. And also so I would know when to go out and refill it. And our town's trick-or-treat hours are 3 hours long. And also two girls came half an hour early. I was like, what? Guys, I'm not ready. You need to back up. But anyway, I ran out probably 45 minutes before the end of the night, which is typical. We almost never make it the whole way, but I didn't buy as much candy as I normally would. So usually that 670 is more like over 1,000.
Right.
Wow.
And that's not for the full 3 hours. So yeah, it was less than usual.
What did you have, Nicole?
Well, I think the doorbell rang once, but actually my husband and I left for the evening and my daughter was home. Yeah. She said the doorbell rang once, but I think that's because she'd left the porch light on. And then I said, just turn it off.
Yeah,
but
we had
my
our porch light
neighborhood
on.
did a little fun thing for the younger kids. They did like a pumpkin carving contest and they had, I don't know what else going on out there, but they hosted a little event. So, but we were gone. We went out for the evening, so we did not stick around. But.
Well, so turning our attention to Turkey Day, Nicole, I have seen that there are some very strict rules in California as to what you may or may not do for Thanksgiving.
Oh, I haven't noticed.
Yeah, I saw something that says you have to eat outside.
Oh, is this for gatherings?
Yes, it's the rules for gatherings. You can have no more than 3 households, I think. Mm-hmm. And you may not, they encourage you not to sing, but if you do sing, you must sing with a mask on and lower than a speaking voice.
Oh, okay.
Are people having like sing-alongs at Thanksgiving?
Don't know.
I guess you gotta say grace in prose and not in song. I don't know why people would be, but you can have it at a park, but you can't meet up with other people at the park. You can go inside to use the restroom, but only if it's sanitized frequently.
Wow.
They were just very odd rules, and I don't know what kind of gatherings people are having in California, but anyway, it sounded like everybody eat home. They also said you had to use single-serving plates. Is anybody paying attention to this in California? Because I saw it on Facebook or Twitter, and since we don't believe what we see on social media, right? I looked it up, and indeed there was a California government statement. It's about gatherings in general, I guess. But New Jersey, I think Governor Murphy would very much like us to just stay in our home and eat just what we would ordinarily eat with ourselves and just keep the door closed and the windows closed and, Zoom together if we must.
Yeah, I mean, we don't typically, we just don't have a lot of family around, so we don't typically have big Thanksgiving gatherings, so it's not really something that has been on my radar.
Would you have somebody's girlfriend over, or, boyfriend, or
no,
another family?
Maybe one other person if that happens, but no, we don't. Yeah, I mean, all our family is not here in the States, so.
Be eaten in the backyard, so.
Yeah, no.
I hope that the governor of New Jersey is not expecting us to have our Thanksgiving dinner outside, because that might not be comfortable, but I suppose you could do that in California.
In California, yeah. I mean, we're still wearing shorts and T-shirts, so that's not a big deal. But
we used to have big family Thanksgivings when my husband's brother and his wife and family lived in the same town as us, and then they moved to something place that's not too far away to get together, but still it makes it a little more difficult. So sometimes for a while they were coming here or we were going there, and sometimes we were meeting at a restaurant in the middle, and some years we just couldn't get it together, but we might have my other sister-in-law over, or we have a friend who has no place to go. We might have him over. The last couple of years, I think it's just been the four of us, which is kind of anticlimactic, but also, so much less stress. No driving, no cooking food for a lot of people, no getting out the good china, no doing anything fancy. We just sit around the kitchen table and eat our Boston market and go about our business. So I feel that that's what we're going to be doing this year, too. So it's very COVID-y, but also not unusual for us. So, and it's sort of nice to have an excuse. There was some talk about whether we should get together with the family, and I was able to say, well, we're really not going out, and I don't think we're supposed to. So, Catherine, what are you doing? Are you having any changes in Thanksgiving plans?
Yes, definitely. I mean, we always either host our extended family here or we go somewhere. And in the rotation this year, we were supposed to go to Miami.
Oh,
wow.
So that would have been nice.
Yeah, how fun.
But no, we are not doing that.
It's not to be.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really sad, actually, because it's always a lot of fun. And we get to see, most of these people we only see once a year.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer, definitely. And, I haven't seen my parents or my brother and sister since last Thanksgiving. No, I saw my parents at Christmas. So, yeah. So we had talked about maybe having one other family over to our house. We talked about that, and then things started surging and getting bad here, and then they went to all remote school. So I was like, I don't think we should do it. And then I finally got around to texting my friend and saying so, if you guys are going to be alone, because I was thinking of someone who I didn't think would be going anywhere, whose family, isn't in the area.
Yeah.
And I said, do you want to try to figure out how to do this? And she was like, oh my gosh, we just booked a trip.
Oh.
We decided to go away. And she even said, it was so sweet. She said, if it wasn't non-refundable, I would cancel. So that we could do that with you. So that was super nice. But yeah, I don't know how we would have done it. Would we have tried to be outside? Our garage is not suitable, but maybe theirs would have worked. If we had been in their garage with a heater or something. Yeah. And who knows? I mean, it's been 65 degrees here for days. So, but I don't think we can count on that at the end of November. So anyway, I mean, we'll have our immediate family, and I'm sure we'll Zoom or something with the rest of the family. And my daughter will be home from college, and she wants to have a Friendsgiving kind of thing at our house. She has a bunch of friends here, her boyfriend and a bunch of friends, and every one of them has already had COVID.
Oh my goodness, are you serious? Wow.
Yeah, so it seems like it's probably okay for them to come over. So anyway, she's trying to decide what to do, because she's like, should we? She said, well, we'll probably do Thanksgiving foods, and I said, well, so you'll have 2 Thanksgiving dinners back to back, and then she's like, oh yeah, maybe we should do something different. So she's trying to think of a dinner party theme right now. So,
Wow.
anyway, so that's our sad tale.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. But
it's going to be very weird.
I don't know. It would have been nice to... This is a particular time it would have been nice to be able to see people since there's been so much weirdness. But on the other hand, I don't know. I mean, when I was talking with my sister-in-law about it, she seemed all, well, why wouldn't we get together? Stuff's okay here now. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure it's not. And, you know, the authorities are saying don't travel interstate, don't get together in groups, don't go to restaurants in big groups and all this stuff. Just doesn't seem right. And then she mentioned that, well, she and her son would probably be working that day anyway. They're taking advantage of, you know, extra pay to work those days. And really, probably, you know, my son might be working that if he has an opportunity to work that day. Actually, he said that they were needing volunteers at the food pantry. So I'm like, that's great. Go do that. That'd be a special thing to do for that day. I just would like to, I'm trying to think of what we could do to just make it a little bit special. You know, last year my daughter and I went to the football game and watched the band play. That's not an option this year. Are they even having parades on TV? Or can they have the Macy's Day Parade?
No, I think that's
Macy's
canceled.
Thanksgiving Day Parade?
I don't
Probably
see
not.
how they could.
I think it's
So it's like, what can we do? So maybe
we did all sign up for our Turkey Trot, virtual Turkey Trot. So we get to walk 2 miles whenever and wherever we like, and we'll get a T-shirt and a pumpkin pie.
Oh, I should see if they have something like that here. We can manage that.
Yeah, it's actually the grocery store chain is one of the sponsors.
Cool.
So last year, my sister and my cousin came here because we hosted, and my sister was like, come on, let's do the turkey trot. And so she ran it, and my cousin and I walked it. And so now we're on the mailing list. And I wonder if they'll send you a pie to California. So we'll see.
Only fair.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, if you have good ideas of how you're making Thanksgiving special, let us know. Maybe we can steal them.
Right. So however you have your Thanksgiving, we hope it's a good one. And that's it for today's Round 4. Tune in tomorrow when we'll share our roundup of things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.